Hello, British people. I'm worried about this, what's happening over there now. You have this second storm for a short time, and yes, tomorrow morning, Earth is straight between Moon and Mars, and I think that there works hard this kind of dark energy what physicists don't understand. And when we have a straight line, these kind of dark energy particles, what these nuclei of atoms recycling can move through each others again and again. And when they move through each other's strong interaction and expansion. So there is more possibility to meet next one, which already do same thing before an expansion. So these dark energy particles can move through each others again and again. And there is activation, and that's why this kind of dark energy, it's not going so much through Earth. It can collide with Earth nuclei of atoms, And when Earth inside pressure getting bigger, there's can pushing out from Earth these water molecules and gas molecules. And that's why there's a lot of these kind of storms. And when you have an already storm, and you get this kind of straight line, the storm might getting stronger very quickly, but not always. But when you have these kind of gas and water molecules river with pushing out from Earth, and there is these water molecules, gas molecules enough to pushing out, then this line getting Earth inside pressure getting bigger, and this river pushing out from Earth more stronger force. And then this storm getting stronger very quickly. So let's be careful tomorrow morning, 28th January 2025. Tomorrow morning. And it already works this line, Moon, Earth and Mars. But like after half midnight, 1-2 o'clock, it works harder and harder. And I think it's about 7 between 9 when it's a very strong activation. So be careful over there. Maybe even strong tornadoes. But this storm what you already have there, it's getting quickly stronger, I think. If there is these gas molecules and water molecules which pushing out from Earth. But it's if this river ending, of course, not then. And this kind of very straight line already was a lot, like a January 1st with Moon, Earth and Mars. And Manchester, heavy rains and floods, I think it's because was that. And 3rd January, Moon, Earth and Venus. Actually, it was with Mars. I think it was like Earth, Moon, and Mars, if I remember right way. And 3rd was other side solar system was Venus, but it was not so straight. But 4th January, it was very straight with Saturn. Saturn was exactly behind Moon, so very strong activation. 4th January, and also 5th Neptunus. There was this kind of cycle from October, the Saturn and Neptune with Earth and Moon. Every second weeks, this kind of strong activation with 2 gas planets, Very straight lines. And there was like a France, heavy rains and floods, like a 40 years record. And Valencia, after 2 weeks, over 200 people might die for no reason if this scientist is listening to me, because I already speaking of that these lines works hard. It was 2022 ending year when I start predict this kind of weather phenomena and like storms which getting stronger very quickly if we have these kind of lines. Yes, and so there was like a 4 activation and one was huge with Saturn in 4 days. And after that 8 days, not so much anything special, but like 13th January full moon. And 14th January, very straight line with Earth, Moon and Mars. These USA people, when they look in, they can see that Mars was behind Moon. So very straight line. And also Earth was between Sun and Mars. Strong activation also from there. And it's taking only a few days, and there's coming like a Saturn and Neptune with Earth and Moon in one day. So it was 19th January, and when it stopped, and now tomorrow morning, after 9 days, it starts again. Of course, because there was so straight lines, it works very deep Earth, center of Earth. There was very strong activation. There's this kind of delay. It works with delay when you have a very strong activation with massive and density dark energy particles, which can call it deep Earth with Earth nuclei of atoms, you know. But tomorrow it starts again with Mars. And now we are very straight between Moon and Mars. Tomorrow morning. And after that there's coming again this Saturn and Neptune. Yes, 1st and 2nd February. And 9th February, Mars is going to be behind Moon like 1 hour and 15 minutes. It depends where you are in Earth. But this here in north, like Finland and Kenya, Russian and these kind of countries, we can see that Mars is going to be behind Moon. Very straight line, okay. But not so straight what was 4th January, you know, when Saturn was exactly behind Moon. It was very strong activation because this dark energy which coming from Saturn, it's coming from here where is Earth, exactly that way where it was Moon center. And because there is like most bigger pressure, there's coming most massive and density dark energy particle. And when this kind of particle activation works, then Earth activation going strong. And that's why we have these kind of extremely weather phenomena here. It's that way, because these lines and this dark energy, what these physicists don't understand. These physicists, they believing that there is hocus pocus space which play tricks. But it is not space which curving or expanding. Center of nuclei of atoms, there is this kind of traffic areas where expanding energy is more density, you know. And these expanding traffic areas can recycling expanding energy and pushing each other away, same way what they expanding. It's like a space dispersed. It's this energy getting bigger area because there is inside pressure. Quarks have an inside pressure, you know. And these expanding quarks can recycling expanding energy and pushing each other away same way what they expanding. So you can say that nuclei of atoms expanding and recycling dark expanding pushing force, which have a nature of electrons and photons which also expanding. And these expanding light waves, which is dark for us, interact with each other and get each other expanding faster and faster. And that's why expanding light moving faster and faster, same way what matter and light expanding. And that's the way it's going. This is the keyword theory of everything, you know. Just forget the stupid idea that space can play tricks. There is no space-time which play tricks. Space is eternal and infinity three-dimensional state, which is nothing. Space never was born. It is eternal. Three-dimensional state, which is nothing. And only losers explain phenomena with this kind of hocus-pocus space-time which play tricks. And that's why these physicists, they don't have a theory of everything for physics. That's why. Albert Einstein opened physics Pandora box with the stupid idea that space can play tricks like a curving, expanding, bubbling, waving, or whatever they tell you. Just forget this stupid idea. Nuclei of atoms expanding and recycling dark expanding energy, which have a nature of electrons and photons which also expanding. And these expanding galaxies was born very quickly, center to outside. First was born expanding supermassive concentrations with own three-dimensional Big Bangs. And when you have two expanding supermassive concentrations which moving near each other, there was born very quickly new expanding stars like from